Welcome back to the channel. I'm Wayne, an alcoholic of 23 years, and I've been living sober for 6 years. In this video, I'm going to tell you about how I almost died in my sleep and what that was like when I was an active alcoholic. If you're ready to do it, let's go. First, I want to thank all the people who have subscribed to the channel. And if you are new here and you like the content that is being put out, consider subscribing as well. Now let's get to the story. The night before last, I was awoken in one of the most horrific ways that I've ever been awakened, with the exception of when I was in active alcoholism. I gasped for air and I felt my chest rise. And then at the same time, I couldn't breathe at all. Something was lodged in my throat and I was panicking. I tried to cough it out and everything else, and my heart started pounding. I couldn't breathe, so I ran to the bathroom. I still couldn't get any air in, and it was terrifying. I thought I was gonna die right there. Now, I spent 23 years as an active alcoholic, and there were many opportunities for me to die by my alcoholism and ways that I would expect. Now, living sober for 6 years, I had something similar to when I was drinking. So I couldn't breathe and I was trying to get whatever it was lodged out of my throat. Now, I'm gonna tell you straight up, there was nothing in there. And I think that I actually stopped breathing completely, and my body was trying to find a way to get some oxygen, and it just couldn't. I was starved of oxygen already, and I still couldn't get anything in my airways. I ran all around the house. I tried drinking water. My wife was asleep. She had little cotton balls in her ear because of our cat. And I'm pretty sure my cat gave me this scratch on my nose to wake me up. With that being said, folks, in my drinking days, there was many nights like that. I would get so drunk and you know, having been drinking for days in a row, weeks in some cases, I would go through the same thing almost every night, especially when my body hit the withdrawals. My heart would start racing, my chest would start pounding. I'm pretty sure I stopped breathing on many occasions in my sleep, and I would wake up the same way. And I would be gasping for oxygen, hoping I don't die that day. I don't know if any of you have been through that, but it is a very traumatic event. And if you have, drop your comments below so someone can get some of that. Why did I tell you that story? Why did I share that with you? Well, because it reminded me, that whole event reminded me of when I was in my active alcoholism and the many nights that I almost didn't make it out of it. Now, you can say what you want to say and you could think your own opinion. However, I'm pretty certain that my higher power was on my side in order to wake me up each and every time. Now, there's a lot of folks out there suffering from active alcoholism and who go through withdrawal every single night. And for me to almost die in my sleep, you know, and that used to be a symptom of my alcoholism, was pretty horrific. And I don't think I want to repeat that process. Therefore, I'm gonna go see a doctor. But, you know, I put my body through so much in that 23 years, there's a good chance I did some real permanent damage. And, you know, I'm gonna go get that checked out just to be sure. And if you're suffering from the same thing, I urge you to go see a doctor, because your heart and your chest is nothing to mess with, and it's nothing to be taken lightly. So if you're experiencing a knot in your chest, or you're having a hard time breathing, or you have instances where you fall asleep and you're awoken by having to gasp for air, there's a good chance you stop breathing in your sleep. Now, that can be attributed to sleep apnea, as well as, you know, a few other sleep disorders. So it is a good idea to go get it checked out and see if there's something a little bit deeper that might be going on with you. And perhaps they can simply just supply you with a breathing apparatus to help you sleep and to help keep your airway open while you sleep. That's something to think about, folks, because I'm going to tell you what, if going out in my sleep is the way I'm supposed to go out, you know, I don't necessarily think that it's a peaceful thing. And, you know, to die in my sleep is not where I want to go. I just wanted to share that with you this morning because I can't get it off my mind. The fact that, you know, I was gasping for air so badly and I couldn't get it was scary as hell. And you might understand that, and you might be going through the same stuff. So from one sober to another, that's where the channel gets its name. Life is a garden, folks. Dig it? And if you've enjoyed this video, drop a like or a comment and consider subscribing if you haven't. And guess what? I'm gonna see you in the next one. Time to work.